Hey, what's up YouTube? Tom here at Birds Blades. So I guess today we're kind of taking a look at this custom Leatherman kind of cross between two Leathermans and a Victorinox here anyway. And this is for sale on eBay. You can just type in Birds Blades or custom Leatherman and you can find it, and how you see it is how it's going to ship out. But anyway, I have a extra saw blade that's going out with it just because not everybody likes files. Some people like saws. Personally, I like files, so I put a file on it. It comes in this sheath. I thought this was a Leatherman arc sheath, but it's actually not. I have a Leatherman arc sheath right here. You can see it's similar, except for it has these elastic bands on the side, and it's like a little bit bigger. But anyway, it comes in this sheath, not the Leatherman arc sheath. Anyway, so diving into it, I guess you can see that this is a Leatherman Wave Plus and a Leatherman Signal kind of mashed together. Now, I'm not the first person to do this. I've seen it done before. I've seen YouTube videos on people that have done it, and I kind of figured I'd take a crack at it myself. And what I did actually is I took a aqua Leatherman Signal that I had laying around that I broke the plier head on and never got repaired. So I had handles for a Leatherman Signal sitting around, and it was the aqua one. So I removed all of the finish off of the handles, and then I polished it with a Dremel and like a little wire wheel almost to try to match the polish that's on the Leatherman Wave Plus. You can see down in there in some spots I didn't do the greatest of jobs. Like there's still hints of aqua in there, but that's fine. I mean, there's not realistically a way to get that unless you're using chemicals or whatever. But anyway, so I guess some specs on this thing. I don't know what I have it listed for, but the value of this, if you were to build one yourself, is Leatherman Signals. They're coming in at $140 on Leatherman's website. A Leatherman Wave is coming in at $120 on Leatherman's website. So you're at $260 to get what you see here. And then if you want the Victorinox scissors, them I could find for sale on eBay. I just looked. I found one for sale on eBay for $35, and you would have to modify that to make it fit. But that brings the total up to $295 for this, and then obviously the labor of taking everything apart, making everything fit, and just kind of making it work. And then also you can see down here I did actually add neodymium magnets. So here, if I take a bit, let's grab a star bit here, 1/4 inch bit, plop that in there. So that is actually held in. It has like a detent that's not coming out unless you pull it out, because that is a neodymium magnet. So Leatherman didn't do that. I got 2 magnets and I pressed them in there. And you can see this lock actually still works. That's just so your handles don't fly open. But you can see the lock works just fine. Still has the carabiner, the hammering end, your ferrocerium rod for starting fires, which doubles as a whistle actually. I'll get to that when I get to the inside tools. And then this pocket clip, the reason I didn't go with a Leatherman Wave Plus pocket clip, which I easily could have, is because instead I decided to go with this pen. And that's just because, I don't know, more tools on your multi-tool is just better, I think. I don't know. But so that uses the slot that the pocket clip would use. So I ended up taking the Leatherman Signals pocket clip off of the other handle, drilling a small hole you can see right there, and then sandwiching the pocket clip between the pivot for my file here. And this is why I included the saw, because I understand not everybody likes files. Personally, I do, and Leatherman's files are pretty nice. This is a diamond side file. This is like a metal saw sort of situation here, and then a rough crosscut file, and that is locking. It's running on washers. You can see there's actually 2 washers on that one. That's just to get the thickness right, and then also it does make it very smooth. Moving over to your Leatherman Wave Plus handle, I stuck with the Leatherman Wave Plus blade just because the other option I had was the Signal blade, which has like the half serrations, and it's a lot thicker. Personally, I don't like that blade, so I stuck with the Leatherman Wave Plus blade, and that's also locking. Over here, you have the Victorinox 91mm scissors, and you could hear it lock in there, but it doesn't actually lock. You can see it has like a detent almost. It's hard to show on camera, but it almost acts like a detent. And then there's like this half lock type of thing. There is a way to fix that and make it lock out all the way, but personally, I've done Victorinox scissors like this on Leathermans in the past, and I have never had a problem with it. Like, this detent method, I think, works really good, because then when you go to fold them up, you can just fold them like that. Once you get to the half stop, you take your middle finger to press your lock bar, and then fold it down with your thumb. And I've had no issues with that. So what that gave me anyway is an outside saw, or an outside knife blade, an outside accessible file, a outside accessible scissors, which are actually better than the Leatherman scissors in my opinion, and then a hammering end with a 1/4 inch bit capabilities, carabiner, ferrocerium rod. That's kind of the main outside tools. Moving on to the inside, I did stick with the Leatherman Wave Plus plier head, not a Leatherman Signal plier head, because I think these are actually stronger. I have never broke a Leatherman Wave Plus plier head, and I have broke 2 Leatherman Signal plier heads. And you can see this also has the old style wire cutters where they don't show any light through them and they come to a sharp 90-degree angle, which these are a stronger wire cutter than the new Leatherman wire cutters, which I have an example of on my Leatherman Arc here. You can see what I'm talking about, where they you can see light through it. Yeah, like they don't even like meet up. And then on the old style, they overlap quite a bit, and they come to a sharp 90 degrees. So I like them a whole lot better than this. Like, this is a sad excuse of a wire cutter. I mean, they don't even fully close. Like, you can see, and you can squeeze that as hard as you want. They will never close. So, I don't know. That's a gripe I have about the Leatherman Arc. So, I went with the old style wire cutters on here. Inside tools is screwdrivers. That's it. You have your Leatherman's proprietary bit screwdriver here with the double-sided, and this is compatible with the Leatherman ratchet. You can see there, this also actually works down here as well. That also is not going to fall out due to them magnets in there. Like, yeah, so that works with their ratchet driver, and then also obviously their proprietary bits. And then I went with the eyeglass screwdriver here, which is a Phillips, and then if you pull it out, it's a flathead. So more screwdriver options in my line of work are better. Plus, realistically, the only other thing that would have went in here would have been a bottle cap lifter wire stripper, like their typical multi-tool that they have. But personally, I think that is completely useless on this tool, seeing as you have a bottle cap lifter right here. You can see, okay, maybe it's not, I might be wrong about that, but I remember, I don't know, you can use this as a bottle cap lifter anyway. You just, it works great. I've used it before. I thought it was labeled as one, but apparently it's not. So anyway, back on the inside here, you can see I used the Wave Plus handle that has the inch marking starting at 1 inch. So you have your 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 inch at the end. And that's just because, I mean, you don't want to start at 5 over here and then go 6, 7. So I just went with what I thought was best. Anyway, yeah, and then the pen on the outside. That's kind of... Oh, I forgot to mention the whistle. So I'm not going to hit the whistle on here because these are actually fairly loud whistles and I have sleeping kids right now. But this is a survival whistle, I guess. I don't know. And then a little ferro rod here you can use to start fires if you need to in a pinch. And that locks in just like it would in the Leatherman signal, because it is in the Leatherman signal still. And these are like drop loose, drop shutty, pretty much almost. They're like super easy to manipulate. I know some of their plier heads are quite stiff. These ones are not stiff. They're nice and floppy. So I don't know. Anyway, that's just a quick, I don't know if you want to call that like overview or review or whatever you want to call it, of my Leatherman Wave Plus Leatherman Signal kind of mutt, I guess. I don't know. Or multi-tool. But anyway, if you like the video, leave a like. Comment down below what you'd like to see me do next. And until next time, thanks for watching. Have a good one.